Hello friends. In this lecture, we are discussing in details about the pulse code modulation. We all of you are now familiar with the concept of modulation. Modulation is a process of varying one or more parameters of a carrier signal in accordance with the instantaneous value of massive signal or the modulating signal. We know that for the modulation, two signals are very important. One is a modulation signal or message signal, and second one is carrier signal. The message signal is a signal where the information is required or the information is transmitted for the communication, whereas carrier is a signal which is basically which has no data but having a very high frequency, which is used for the transmission of information or a signal for a long distance transmission. And in my last video, we already discussed the pulse modulation in detail. What is pulse modulation? The message signal is same exactly as a continuous time signal, whereas the carrier signal is converted in a number of pulses. And in this video, we are discussing pulse code modulation, that is PCM. PCM is a type of pulse modulation like pulse amplitude modulation, pulse position modulation, pulse width modulation, pulse duration modulation, pulse time modulation. But what is a major difference between them? That PAM, PWM, PPM are analog pulse modulation and the PCM is a digital pulse modulation system. Now, this is a simply summary of the PAM, PWM and PPM. This is a original modulating signal called as a massive signal, which is in a terms of continuous time signal. The second signal we required is a carrier signal. The carrier is a C of t, which is represented in a number of pulses. PAM indicates that the width of the pulse is constant. The duration between the two pulses is constant, but the amplitude of each pulse gets varied. In PWM, the width of the pulse is affected, is get varied, whereas the amplitude remains constant. And in pulse position, the width and the amplitude is constant, but they are shifted. They are in not in a fixed position is there, which is shows in this waveform. Now we see the concept of pulse code modulation here. PCM is a method which is used to convert an analog signal into the digital signal. PCM is in a binary form, so there will be only two states are required, either high, either low, that is 1 or 0, 1 and 0. Either one output is predicted or either 0 output is predicted. PCM. PCM is in a form of coded digital pulse of constant amplitude. Position is affected, the width of pulse is affected. Now, this is the basic elements required for the pulse code modulation. This circuit or this particularly figure consists of the transmitter section of the pulse code modulation, receiver section of the pulse code modulation, and the transmission path we are preferring for the pulse code modulation. The information is transmitted in the form of code words in PCM. The PCM system consists of PCM transmitter and the PCM receiver. The PCM transmitter performs the basic operation of sampling, quantization and encoding, which forms a basic conversion of analog to digital converter section. A signal is a pulse code modulated to convert its analog information into the binary sequence, that is either ones or 0. PCM output will be resembles either 0 or either 1, that is a binary sequences. Instead of a pulse train, instead of a pulse train, PCM produces a series of numbers or the digits and hence this process is called as a digital process. And in PCM, the message signal is represented by a sequence of coded pulses. The message signal is achieved by representing the signal in the discrete form in both the time and the amplitude domain. Now, this is the block schematic of pulse code modulation. The heart of the system for this one is a sampling, quantization and encoding. Regenerative plays a very important role from the produce output of the transmitter PCM signal with some noise applied towards the receiver side. Regeneration circuit is required here, and finally the output is work with destination. Now we will see in detail about the pulse transmitter. This is a block diagram of pulse code modulation transmitter. The LPF. What is LPF? Is a low pass filter. The low pass filter is prior to sampling, prevents aliasing of the message signal. The analog continuous time signal X of t is applied to low pass filter. The LPF has a cutoff frequency of Fc. Fc is equal to W Hertz. LPF, low pass filter, eliminates the high frequency component present in the input analog signal, which is greater than the highest frequency component of the message signal, to avoid aliasing of message signal. That is, the role of LPF is that only band limited signal is applied to the sampler. Sample and hold circuit is one of the block. It is also called as a sampler. The sampler and the sample and hold circuit will be perform the same operation. Through LPF, band limited signal is applied to the sample and hold circuit, where from sample and hold circuit we collect the sample data at the instantaneous value of the message signal. So, reconstruction of original signal is easily done. The output of the sample and hold block is basically a pulse amplitude modulation output signal, which is flat PAM. The output of the sampler block is now applied to the most important block called as a quantizer. What do you mean by the quantization? The quantization is a process of reducing the excessive bit, and that bit is used to reduce the effect of noise and confining the data. We say that the quantization is approximation of errors is possible. Quantization is a process of reducing the excessive bit, which is helps to reduce the noise. The combined effect of sampler block or sample and hold block and the quantizer block produces the quantized PAM signal. At the output of quantizer, which is applied to the most important block again, that is encoder. Encoder is basically A to D converter, or we say that it is a digitization of analog signal is done by the encoder. Each quantized level is converted into n number of bit, which is working as 2 raised to n. The value of the n bit digital word can be 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. It is 2 raised to n. The LPF, sampler and the quantizer, all these three blocks will act as an analog to digital converter, and the encoding minimizes the bandwidth required for the entire system. Now, the output of the encoder is applied to the block of parallel to serial converter, means that the PCM output what we get is a train of the digital pulses. The pulse generator is used to reproduce the train of rectangular pulses, which is also called as a timer, and each pulse is of tau duration. This pulse generator is shared by the two blocks, one by the sample and hold circuit, and the second is from parallel to serial converter. The frequency of the rectangular pulse or the timer is Fs. This Fs is acts as a sampling signal for the sample and hold circuit, and same signal will be act as a close signal to the parallel to serial converter. This is the block diagram description of PCM. Now the waveform of the each block, what we call as a sampling and the quantization, is like this. The input is x of t, which is in a terms of continuous time signal, which is converted into the discrete with a number of samples. This output is called as a double-sided pulse amplitude modulation, and this is the quantization is of two type again, uniform and non-uniform. What we observe there, the uniform quantized signal which represent the width of the B0 to B1 duration, B1 to B2 duration is called as a step size, which is represented by Q. The step size is constant from G1 to G8. That's why its name is uniform quantized signal. Now, this is a simple representation of analog to digital conversion process which is working in these three levels: sample, quantize and encoding. What is input? Is a amplitude modulated signal or the continuous time signal. They get sample. Sampling selects the data point we use to create the digital data. Then quantization, it chooses the amplitude level used to the encode, or which removes the excessive bits and reduces the noise. This is a output of quantized sample data. Now we apply discrete values in both the domain, time and amplitude domain, which is encoded by the block 3 encoding. Encoding assigns the binary number to those amplitude value, and now they are converted into the digital signal. Discrete time correspond to the timing of sampling, which observes in this one. Sampling is a process of converting the continuous time signal into the discrete time signal. For example, conversion of sound wave to a sequence of sample. Sampling process generate flat top PAM, which is represented here. Fs should be greater than twice Fmax. We know that the statement of sampling theorem basically used to avoid the aliasing. In quantization, an analog signal with an amplitude that converted into the digital sample with an amplitude that takes one of the specific defined set of quantization level. The quantization approximates the analog signal value with a nearest value, or we call as approximation. And finally, the encoder encodes the quantized sample. Each quantized sample is encoded into 8-bit code words. Bit 1 represents the positive polarity and bit 0 represents the negative polarity. This is the block diagram of the PCM receiver. For the channel, we are using a regenerative repeater. We switch to the again first basic elements of PCM. We required a regenerative repeater which acts as a transmission path, where input to the regenerative repeater is from distorted PCM signal produced at the channel output, which is applied to the regenerative repeater. From the regenerative repeater, the output is PCM signal applied to the receiver. What is the role of regenerative repeater? The regenerative repeater is used for the regeneration, or the regenerative repeaters is the path between the PCM transmitter and the PCM receiver over which PCM signal travels is called as a PCM transmission path. PCM accomplishes the capacity by a chain of regenerative repeaters. Such repeaters are space close enough to each other on the transmission path. The three operations are basically performed by the regenerative repeaters, namely equalization, decision making, and the timing. And from the regenerative repeaters, they are going to be applied towards the receiver side. Now we switch to the original circuit diagram of receiver. This is a pulse code modulation receiver blocking conditions. The input to the regenerator circuit is the incoming PCM pulse code modulated signal and some sort of noise. Some sort of noise is always present. This timer in is also called as a pulse generator, which has a frequency of sampling Fs. That Fs is shared to both blocks, either to the generator and second to the serial to parallel converter. Regenerator circuit will separate the PCM pulse from the noise and will reconstruct the original PCM signal. That's why its output is clean PCM, where the noise is filtered with a regenerator. The pulse generator or the timer is used to operate in synchronization towards the with the transmitter, and thus the regeneration circuit output is called as a clean PCM. The reconstruction of PCM signal is possible due to the digital nature of PCM. The reconstruction of the PCM signal is passed through serial to parallel converter. The output of this block is now applied to the basically decoder. The decoder is digital to analog converter, which perform exactly reverse operation of encoder, whereas the encoder encodes the quantized sample and the decoder decodes the quantized sample. The decoder output is a sequence of the quantized multi-level pulses. Multi-level pulses are observed here. I already discussed a form of uniform quantized signal with you. Such a form of multiple levels of signals are present here, and this quantized PAM is thus obtained at the output of decoder. This D to A converter is also called as a decoder. This quantized PAM signal is now passed through the low pass filter through the most important circuit, again sample and hold. The low pass filter is also called as a reconstruction filter, and which has a cutoff frequency Fc, which is equal to the modulating signal or the message bandwidth signal Fm. The quantization is a process of approximation or rounding up. The sampled signal in a PCM transmitted is applied to the transmitter or the quantizer block. Quantizer converts sample signal into the approximate quantized signal, which consists of only finite number of voltage levels. This is about the PCM receiver. These are the different advantages of pulse code modulation. PCM is used in all the telecom system, digital audio recording, digitized video special effect, digital video, some voicemails is also preferred. The pulse code modulation technique in digital telephone system, maximum time PCM is used. Advantages: very high noise immunity. Due to the digital nature of signal, repeaters can be placed between the transmitter and receiver, which is not possible in the analog signal. It is possible to store the PCM signal due to the digital nature, which is not possible again in analog signals. Various coding techniques are used, so only the desired person can decode the receiver signal, which makes the PCM is more secured than the other type of pulse modulation. The increased channel bandwidth requirement for the PCM is basically balanced by improving the signal to noise ratio. But For the secure data, definitely the circuit complexity is more and the bandwidth requirement of the system is also more. Thank you all of you.